Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Moa, aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and I have been looking forward to this since I saw it. But I saw it only was it last week, 2 weeks ago? But as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm curious about this. And I'm talking about the Mackmyra Limousin, or Limousin, depending what language you want to say it in. I'm going to say Limousin because it is Swedish. It's Swedish single malt whiskey. It sits at 46.1% ABV, and it's being released in Sweden on the 9th of March, but in the UK and online the 24th of March. And I think it retails around £62. I also have a little cheat sheet here because I got sent this sample. So I'm going to have a look at this and let you know what's in it because I haven't memorized it. So the total volume of this release is 16,000 bottles. It is inspired by the oak region of Limousin in France, and it is combined with a few different cask types. It's cognac, ex-cognac. That's why I'm super excited about it, because the ex-cognac expressions I've tried before, they have hit me in the heart and I just love them. So ex-cognac is ex-bourbon, ex-oloroso, and then there's casks saturated with berry wine and American oak. And the whiskey matured in cognac cask makes up 43% of the blend. Anything else? Yeah, so the cognac that the casks held was from House Ferrand, which is a cognac house. Yeah, let's try it. Like I said, ex-cognac matured whiskies for me have had this just lush golden notes, so I am very on high expectations, which probably isn't very good for reviews. But I mean, let's try it. Let's have a look on the nose. So fruity and almost minty on first approach. It's like pine and bubblegum with a little bit of almost like after eights. Definitely stands out, like it's quite unique. Maybe a little bit candy citrus as well, like candy is flavoured with lemon. But I think it's that pine and bubblegum notes that stands out the most. Quite sweet on the nose, definitely. Like a bag of Tutti Frutti candy. And also a little bit like, this might be a niche thing, but a Britney Spears perfume. Because Britney Spears perfumes, I had them a lot when I was younger. And I mean, I think I still like them because they're just so fruity and sweet. But you smell a bit like a candy if you use them. Underneath, it's almost also like a forest floor, like it's a little bit murky, a little bit earthy. Reminds me of a Swedish forest, and that's probably just because I know it's Swedish. But it's just, yeah, interesting. Let's have a little taste. Skål! I wouldn't say it's as sweet as it is on the nose and the palate. It's quite like a dry wood, toasted wood, like almost like a nutty wood. And the first thing I thought of was oranges, like orange juice. But I'm not sure why. Let's have another sip. It feels quite exotic. And even though it's quite spicy, it doesn't feel very tanniny. So it's not like that kind of sandpaper feeling you can almost get from some spicy whiskies, but it's more a lot of exotic spice. It's almost like marzipan on the nose now. Alcoholic marzipan. It's a little bit of the marzipan now on the palate. It's like there's a little bit of a... It's not a lot of sweetness, but there's a little bit of a sweetness, and it's mixing in with the nutty and making it like almost feel like toasted marzipan or almond paste. But that isn't the main character. The main character is quite woody. And I don't know why, but it feels like hotter climate woody. Like this immediately made me think of like not Scandinavia, like more like the French south coast or like Spain, where you get a different type of climate, like a more hot kind of dry climate. In that woodiness. I really like the nose because it keeps changing every time I go back to it, and I love marzipan, so anything with a marzipan notes I'm just quite biased towards. I almost wish there was more of that marzipan note on the palate. It is quite woody on the palate, and probably a tiny touch too woody for my own personal taste. But I think the woodiness has a nice flavour to it. So if someone got me a dram of this, I would happily enjoy it and find it very fascinating and drink it and be like, and taste that woodiness, because it's not an unpleasant woodiness. Oh, I need to sneeze. Sorry about that. But the woodiness would probably not, like I would probably not buy a bottle myself just because of that woodiness. But there's so many other Mackmyras that are more on the fruity side than the woody, and I'm probably one of those people that are more drawn towards the fruitier side of things. But I know a lot of people that try Mackmyra, if they don't like that fruity character, they often describe all spirits from Mackmyra, because the ones they've tried have been so fruity, as being too fruity or simple or whatever you want to call it. So I think this might be one that those people might find more interesting because of the like the woodiness means like makes the spirit feel more robust, if that makes sense. But personally, I just like a fruity whiskey. But with that said, I think the woodiness has a nice flavour, rather than sometimes when I taste woodiness, it's like, oh, it's there, but it doesn't really have an interesting flavour to it. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely a little bit more robust than some of the core range stuff, for example. It does have something on the finish though that I really like. It's this exotic, I think it's the woodiness mixing in with like the soft touch, like soft touch of sweetness, and with that exotic spice. And I think it's the like a tone that you get from the cognac casks, and it's just lovely. I wish you could like, I don't know. I wish there was more cognac expressions, like cognac casks matured expressions that I could explore. because I don't know enough about cognac casks. Maybe they do give you a lot of woodiness, so maybe the balance between, like, for example, ex-bourbon casks or sherry casks can lift it. It's definitely an interesting one. I mean, I love what Mackmyra is doing with these seasonal releases. I think it's such a fun idea to release a whiskey for like spring, summer, and then winter, autumn, winter. It just appeals to my romantic heart so much, and I already have a few on my shelves, as you've probably seen before. So yeah, interesting one. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've managed to get a hold of this, maybe soon in Sweden or a little bit later in the rest of the world, or yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and that I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day until then. Sláinte Skål.